Good morning, dear hearts. We're on lesson 258. Let me remember that my goal is God. I'm going to change it just a little bit to say, let me remember that my only real goal is God. I might have set up other goals and other purposes. Remember, goal and purpose and function are all synonymous and can be used interchangeably. But let me remember that my only real goal, my only real purpose, my only real function is God. However I am meant to get there. Now, I've been given lots of different ways and I've been given guidance, but I still need to remember that and and apply myself to that goal, because ultimately I will find out that it's the only one that will bring me happiness. The lesson starts, and this is the second of our Let Me Remember lessons. There are two more. All that is needful is to train our minds to overlook all little senseless aims, all the aims and the temptations of the ego, and to remember that our goal is God. His memory, God's memory, is hidden in our minds, obscured only, I'm paraphrasing, I'm changing some words here, obscured only by our pointless little goals, which offer nothing and do not exist. With this, we can go back to what is sin, and the fifth paragraph talking about, shall we not put away these sharp-edged children's toys? These are all the things that the ego offers us. They are illusory, and they will hurt us because they have sharp edges. They are not in our best welfare to pick up and to play with. We will always, because of the ego, suffer. We will have pain because of them. So is it not time now to put them down? They are aimless. They offer nothing. But we can obscure our real goal by these pointless little goals that offer nothing and do not exist in truth. Shall we continue to allow God's grace to shine in unawareness while the toys and trinkets of the world are sought instead? We can easily be tempted by these toys and these trinkets of this world. But again, ultimately we find out they hold nothing for us. All that they really do is they obscure the truth by putting around us veils or clouds or even walls that block us off from the awareness of love's presence. It is time to let them go, let them completely vanish into the all that is and be returned back to the only truth there is, which is God's love. And that can happen as we turn each and every one of them over to the Holy Spirit. God is our only goal, our only love. We have no aim but to remember Him. We have no goal but to remember Him. We have no purpose or function but to remember God. That is all that I need do. My one goal, my purpose is simply to remember God. Again, we can go back to my most favorite lesson, that it's everything I want. The peace of God is everything I want. The peace of God is my one goal, the aim of all my living here, the end I seek, my purpose and my function and my life, while I abide where I am not at home. So here it is again. It is my goal, it is my purpose, it is my function, and indeed it is actually my life for me to remember that my goal is God and nothing but. We have no aim but to remember Him. The second part in prayer says, our goal is but to follow in the way that leads to you. And that to follow in that path, we simply follow the Holy Spirit, who knows the way. He knows the way also. We have no goal but this. What could we want but to remember you? What could we seek but our identity with that big capital I? which will lead us into another one of the Let Me Remember lessons, the last one before we start a new section. Let me remember. I'm beseeching myself. Am I speaking to God? Am I speaking to myself? Let me remember. It is time that I remember, because as I remember, I realize that it is only God for me, the only thing I want, and I am returning my mind to Him when I remember that my goal is God. I realize that I return my mind to where it came from my source, my Creator, so that all is one again. It always has been, but I haven't had that realization. Today, when I remember, let me remember my goal is God, I indeed will have the realization of the oneness of my mind with God's and nothing else. So, please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment. I hope this was helpful. Please pray. Our sunflowers are still with us, and I'm very grateful for that. And please be here tomorrow for another remembering lesson. Have a lovely day. Namaste.